Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. This is Temilaya and Mom channel. I know by the title or the thumbnail already you know what this video is about. So I want to take out some minutes to thank each and every one of you that have tuned in to watch. I want to thank everyone that is seeing this channel or this video for the first time. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for watching. So guys, this is a highly requested video. Like, I have none of my videos is there without this comment under it. So today I'm just going to go into it. Like, I know why a lot of people dodge this question. The way things are going now, it's not like you want to deceive anyone or tell anyone anything that will not profit them, okay? So you want to be really careful, and I'm very sure right now none of these people online telling you how to price your business, none of them will give you a very accurate pricing lecture right now. The reason is because every day in this country there's always difference. There's always like a huge difference in pricing, both in material, raw materials, everything that you need for your production. There's always price hike, okay? So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to tell you the strategy I use. So another reason why this video might not be for everyone is because in so many locations there are different prices. Like, before I made this video, I had to like make calls to like few different places I know people, and I tried to like find out how things are being sold there, and trust me, it's not funny. Like, some prices are really ridiculous. Like, even where I am, some like my price is quite different from what someone else is telling me. Like, where I am, they don't use kilos when they sell flour, they use Congo, okay? And a Congo is a little bit more than a kilo. And when I called my family in Benin, when I heard the price of flour in kilos and all that, there was a lot of difference, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to tell you my own part, then you can just use it however way you want to use it. So in my business, from the beginning, or when I started like taking notes of my pricing and all that stuff, what I do then, I do a 30%, like 30% extra for the kind of job that I don't need like too much manpower. What I mean by too much manpower is that in small chops you have a lot of manpower going on. In chinchin making you have a lot of manpower going on. But when it comes to stuff like puff mix, which is like the one you people want to have this pricing about, you don't really like put in too much of manpower. All you need to do is to get your raw materials, your product and everything, put it together, package it, and that's it, okay? So that's what I mean by not much manpower in puff mix. Another thing, okay, let me go to like how you can easily price, or how your price can come out reasonable. When you want to start this business, there's nothing like I want to start small, okay? You know in your heart that you want to go into this business. So the next thing you want to do is to get to the market and buy in bulk. Buying in kilos or buying little is not going to help you. That is one fact. So you telling me to tell you like the budget of which you can start with, that's not going to work, because I don't know how these things are sold in your location. The only thing I can tell you is, please, when you are purchasing for a business, when you want to start up this business, buy in bulk. Okay, a bag of flour might be like maybe 35,000. You might want to buy half a bag or even quarter a bag. Don't buy in kilos, okay? Because when you buy in kilos, you are making, like, the seller is also making his profit from the bag, and the profit will be huge. You get, like, okay, say we have 50 kg in a full bag, and that 50 kg is going for 37k, and if they are selling like a kilo, they are selling a kilo for like 1,900, 950, which are the prices I actually heard, okay? Like where I am, there are some flour that are sold for 950, there are some for 900, and there are some for 700, okay? But you always want to go for something that will not stress you when you are working, because all of these companies, they have their different problems when it comes to their flour. What I use is golden penny classic when it comes to chinchin making, and then for normal pastry like the small chops and other things that I do, I use Mama Go sorry, is it Mama Gold or what? I can't remember right now, okay, but I know you all know that flour. So these are the difference, and these products, because they are good products, they are quite expensive, you get. So that's why I tell you that you can't actually get the rundown, you can only get the ideas of which you use to do your own pricing. So like I said, when you are going into such business, and please don't buy in smaller quantity, okay. So I was on Facebook few days ago, and there is this cake gallery, or one like a pastry group that I've been following. As in, I saw a post of someone that got a order to make 20 egg rolls, okay. So the order came, she was excited, she went ahead and charged them 200 naira per egg roll, which is actually a good price, because where I live, I buy egg roll and it's sold for 200 naira. She charged 200 naira, okay. So where I live, they sell 200 naira, and you understand, so it's a good price for egg roll. But then what the complaint was, why the whole thing got to the internet, is because after she calculated and did the job, she ended up, in fact, spending her own money. Okay, if I can remember, this is what she said. She went and buy eggs, like single. I don't know how a business person can actually do that. Like, it sounds really stupid to me, okay. How she went and buy egg in single. She bought one egg for 100 naira. Okay, let me remind you, the whole money they gave her was 4,000 naira, because she charged 200 naira for 20 pieces, okay. So she like, she bought egg 100 naira each, 100 times 20, okay. So you already know what that means. She bought she said she bought the 250 gram of butter for 500 naira. You already know that one is on it, as in, like, they've increased the price, so the price is actually 500 naira. And then she bought vegetable oil 1 liter, as in, she bought, and at the end of the day she spent up to 5,000 or 4,800. So when I read that, I was really pissed in my spirit, because in my own kind of business, guys, I don't do business to show off, or as in to let people see that I am busy, okay. I'm too Igbo for that rubbish. Like, I don't do business to let people know I am busy, like see me busy or see me posting pictures that I'm busy. No, if it's not going to work for me, if it's not going to, like, favor me, it's either I give you an option of something else you can do. I can tell you, your money cannot actually do egg roll, why don't go for buns, or why not go for puff puff? I will package it well for you. I can give you option, but for me to start taking business that I will not be happy with, I don't do that, okay. So like I was saying, so people were just commenting. And another thing why I said the price was actually good is because where I live, they sell egg roll for 200 naira. This is because the eggs they sell, you don't buy egg from people that are gaining from you. The woman, the grandma that sells egg roll in around us, she buys egg from the poultry, and the eggs are like the smallest thing you can see in this world, like the smallest egg, of which that size of egg, they sell it for 1,700 naira a year, which is 30 pieces, the full crate, okay. So they sell it for 1,700. That means if she had even bought that one, it would have even given her extra to make maybe cake, or even she can go for half crate, or however way she wants to do it. But then she won't be spending up to 2,000 naira for just eggs, okay. Another thing is, now that the whole thing is expensive, you can't tell me that you use a whole 250 gram for 20 pieces of puff puff. It's not possible now, because you're not like trying to impress them. You're trying to make yourself gain, like trying to do business that will profit you. So you have to, like, minimize or even get a new recipe compared to what you were using. That is if your client is not, like, agreeing to pay more than what, you understand what I mean? Like, if you charge them for a very quality stuff and they are not ready to pay, then you can just try to get a new recipe, minimize what you are using, and then you can still gain. But if you have clients like me, since 2018 I started making chinchin, I have not changed my recipe for once. Like, nothing will make me temper with my recipe. That is because I sell only for people that understands. people that know the quality of what they are getting. Like, I always get return customers. Getting new customers is not easy for me when it comes to that chin because I will need to I will need to impress you, like to explain too much. I will need to talk too much. But trust me, the moment they get for the first time, that's all. They come back on their own. Okay? And what I do, I maintain same quality, and that's it. So I don't really want to talk much about because we have other things to talk about. So let me come back to myself. What I do before now, when I was still new, which is what I'm going to let you all know so that you can do it. To do is to check your environment. Like, check your environment. Check how other people are selling. You can't be new in the environment. Like, you can't be new in a business and then your price is higher. People have already taken their time to build their customer base. So how do you think you are new, you just got into the business and you want to come and overshadow them? Not only that, you want to make your own ridiculously priced. It's not going to work because people have already gotten what they want from the person they already know. So you trying to get them to taste your own and see the quality of what you are bringing, you have to give yourself a bit down, like go down a little and make your price reasonable, okay, with good quality as well. If that means you are gaining 10%, you have to do it, okay? But normal, what you are supposed to do is, like in the puff mix business, calculate everything you are spending. When I mean calculate everything you are spending, I didn't say when you buy a box of yeast, which is like 1,400 naira now for the big size, I didn't say you should calculate that 1,400 naira in one production that you are doing when you know you are not going to use the whole box of the yeast, okay? So what you will do, or what you should do, is to take a spoon, like the measuring cup. The one we did, I think we used 1/4, which is a quarter cup of yeast, okay? So what you want to do is to measure how many cups of 1/4 you will get in that yeast that you bought. So let's assume you are getting eight of that cup, 8 of the quarter cups from the box of the yeast. Then you go ahead with your calculator. You calculate 1,400 divided by 8, okay? So you write that down. When you buy a kilo of sugar and the quantity you need, which is I'm actually talking based on the last recipe I gave for the puff mix, okay? So in case you're watching this and you haven't seen that video, if I remember, I'll put the cards up there, or better still, it will be in the description box, okay? So in the recipe I gave, I used 2 cups of sugar. Was it more? No, it's 2 cups, okay? So if you are buying a kilo of sugar, you want to go ahead. Let's say a kilo of sugar is like 1,200 naira or 1,400 naira as well. You want to go ahead and use the cup that we use, which is 2 cups. You want to measure out 2 cups and see how many of the cups you have. Then if you have 8 cups, that means you have 4 production with my recipe in that sugar kilo, okay? So you want to divide the 1,300 or whatever amount you bought the sugar, you want to divide it into 4, which is 4 portions. So just continue like that, including the yeast, including the nutmeg. That's every single thing you are using for the puff mix. You want to do that, and you want to write it down. These things you might just end up doing it for the first time, okay? I'm not going to solve the maths and come and make it easy for you. You need to do it, okay? So you want to do that maths, you want to write everything out, and then you now go to packaging. So packaging, you want to get something that is suitable for you. There are lots of packaging, so many varieties of packaging. So but what you need for puff mix is a very good airtight package, which can be the stand-up pouch, the one that you have to ziplock and maybe still use your sealing machine to seal it. You want to use maybe a normal ziplock bag, whatever packaging you are using. If you are buying the full pack and maybe the pack is like 100 pieces in it, what you want to do is to know how many pieces you will need for the production of the recipe I gave. If it is 8 pieces that you need, you want to go ahead and divide that. Like, you want to make sure you are doing this maths, okay? So when you have already done all of this maths, you have already divided, you have already write out what you need for a specific production, you want to go ahead and calculate. when you are done calculating, you want to add 30% of whatever you have calculated. Let's assume you calculate every of the production stuff to be 1,000 naira. You want to add 30% of 1,000 naira back into the money. That is for your service, okay? That is for your business. That's for your marketing. That's for you spending your time. That's for you doing the marketing. That's for you being in business. That's your profit, okay? So you may want to start in a lower, like gaining lower. You might want to start with 20%, but I started with 30%, and that was perfect. So right now, I am in 50%. The reason I am in 50% is what I'm going to tell you, and I'm not going to make this video long, okay? So the reason I'm in 50% is this. There was a day I actually went out. This was last day, okay? I bought some flour, like a bag of flour. I came home, so I had a lot of like bulk orders. Like business was good that period, so I did a lot of job. In less than 2 weeks, I ran out of the bag, so I went back to buy. You won't believe, like 2,500 naira addition was added to the bag of flour. So guys, this is it. Presently in Nigeria, nobody can give you an accurate pricing. That's what I'm trying to say. So what did I do? I noticed, okay, there's nothing I can do. I have to bring up money from my wallet, like something that I didn't really plan to spend. I had to bring it up to spend on that. And that wasn't the last time, because the next time I went, it was something else. Like, you won't believe that I made a production of CHINCHIN last week. So 2 days ago, I sent the vendor I buy stuff from, I sent him, like, I forwarded the same list he gave me last week. I forwarded it to him, and I said, I need this same quantity. I want to make the same production. He was like, Mama T, please, you have to wait to let me rewrite it, because price have changed. This was last week, and 3 days ago was when the price changed, okay? So these are the things. This is why you just need to add a little extra, so that your next production, you won't be stranded. You won't find yourself adding your personal cash to your business. That's wrong, okay? So let me see. So guys, really, I don't want this video to be long. What I'm going to do is to put more details on pricing and selling, like how to get your audience, is to put it in another video. But I just hope this is a little bit helpful. Like, pricing is something that you need to sit down to calculate, okay? Nobody can actually tell you how to price. The way I will price in Osogbo is not the same way you in Abuja will price, okay? Because we are not living in the same, like, my rent is not your rent. My mode of living in Osogbo is not your mode of living. So you want to price accordingly. You want to look at the people around you, how they sell, and you want to, like, make it match. Or better still, as an Igbo woman or however, you want to bring it down a little so you can get the audience, and then you start increasing as time goes. So guys, I think that is it. So this is the middle of the night. I'm very tired, but I just have to, like, make this video so you can go out there. I hope this is helpful. Or if there's any other question you need to ask, do that in the comment section. I will be there and I'll be answering you, okay? So please, pricing is like shaking at the moment. Just try and do something that will work for you. Another thing, buy in bulk. Don't joke with that. Like, buy in bulk. If you want to go into business, buy in bulk. This is not the kind of business I told you I will tell you can do without capital. No, this is the one you want to invest in. This is the one that you want to spend your money on, okay? Because you are actually going to get it back. And also, I see some of you asking me in my comments, if like, oh, can I add milk? Can I do this? Can I do that? The same thing I told to the student I enrolled for CHINCHIN class, I will tell you. CHINCHIN, I didn't give any liquid, like say you want to add liquid full cream milk. No, this is because it's shortening the shelf life. Like when you add liquid milk, like picnic liquid, whatever, it shortens the storing life. It's shortening it. Like, that's for homemade CHINCHIN. If you want to make your CHINCHIN and it's consumed on your own, you and your family, it's okay. But when you're working with industrial CHINCHIN, like what you want to sell or keep on the shelf for some time, you don't do that. So I'll bring the same energy and I'll tell you, when you're making puff mix for business, please be careful. You see, the only thing I added, which is salt, sugar, yeast, nutmeg, that's all. That's all. These are 4 and the flour making 5. That is all. If you add anything else, this thing, it won't last up to a month. This recipe I dropped will last 6 weeks. Like 6 weeks is like the one I'm sure of, because I have personally kept it. I have used it for 6 weeks and more, and it was okay, but maximum 6 weeks. So if you are adding anything, don't tell me, Mama T, the recipe didn't go well because it's got stale, it got this, it got that. As long as it's well sealed with the recipe I gave, and you are good to go. Okay, adding milk, you can add milk, or you can tell your customer that if they want it milky, they can add milk before they start mixing, or while they are mixing. But you as a seller, please don't add milk to your product. It's not going to last. Imagine you like putting your milk in the shelf for like 2 weeks. Milk on its own, it's not as if you opened it or you cover it, you keep it and you didn't use it. How does it come out? Does it really come out well? Does it last? This is milk that you have already like opened from the main pack, and you put it in a container and then you just cover it and keep it. Let's say you travel for 2 weeks and come back, it doesn't taste the same. Like it's not going to be good anymore. So please don't put milk in your product. Don't put anything other than that. The only thing I can even like want to add that I am not adding, please, I am not adding, is maybe somebody wants spicy chinchin and you want to put dry pepper in your mix. Please don't do that. Okay, imagine you keeping dry pepper the same way you kept milk. It doesn't stay long. The pepper starts decaying, like molding and all that. Those are the things you stand to experience if you try it in puff mix. Okay, so please go with my recipe and you'll be good to go. Thank you so much. So try and check the description box. I'm going to put like numbers of people, as in links of Instagram page I shop packaging from, both for business, small shops, outdoor events. However, I'm going to put the link there. I'm also going to put the link of the person that produced my carton, because most of you have always asked for it. So I'm just going to do all of that. Check the description box for whatever you would need. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming back here to watch my videos. Shalom. Bye.
I no go stop, I no go settle. My light is never gonna